Hello and a very warm welcome. Massive, humongous breaking news coming out of the Formula 1 community. Mclaren, my favourite team Mclaren, have pulled out the Australian Grand Prix. Everyone's there. The teams, the media, the fans. It's going into meltdown. Mclaren have pulled out of the Australian Grand Prix in 2020. Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, the mechanics, the team, they're there in Australia, they're ready to go racing, but they have pulled out of the race. And you've got a question, we have Australia this weekend, we go into Bahrain in a week's time. Are they going to be at Bahrain as well? One of their team members has the virus. This virus, I'm going to be honest on this video. If you want to, I'm just going to say it straight. I mean, this virus is causing absolute havoc. I'm sick. I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to be healthy. But I am absolutely sick of hearing about it. But we're still going to be going on and on. It's breaking news. It's huge breaking Formula 1 news. Mclaren Racing has confirmed this evening in Melbourne that it is withdrawn from the 2020 Australian Grand Prix, following the positive test of a team member for the coronavirus. The team member was tested and self-isolated as soon as they started to show the symptoms. Zak Brown, Andreas Seidel, Zak Brown made the decision and they have pulled out the race. It's huge breaking F1 news. 9 teams will take part. And this is massive. This is not just McLaren pulling out. This is McLaren giving points to their competitors. Obviously health and safety comes first, but come Abu Dhabi and they're in a fight for 4th place, then points in Australia could make the difference. This is, you cannot comprehend how big this call is. Yes, health and safety is first, but they're sacrificing points to their rivals. We've had Lewis Hamilton saying he was absolutely stunned that we were going. It's gone in meltdown. People are calling for cancellation of the Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm going to be honest in this video. I'm just going to be myself. I do not think the race will be cancelled, because it all comes down to money at the end of the day again, because there's no way. If they cancel the race, flights, hotels, tickets will all need to be refunded. The fans are there already. The team, the drivers, the media, mechanics. Did I say mechanics? I'm actually quite stunned. We've had sporting cancellations. We got Manchester United this evening playing behind closed doors. The Bahrain Grand Prix next week is behind closed doors. But McLaren have actually pulled out. And I wouldn't be shocked if I was doing another video today saying Haas F1 have pulled out. I was watching the press conference this morning. That was a complete shambles. Bloody Sky F1. I wasn't happy about that. I got up early and bloody threw it over to the floor, and I end up missing the bloody press conference. But anyway, this is absolutely huge. I mean, it's not really a shock, because breaking news, McLaren have confirmed they are withdrawing from the Australian Grand Prix after a member tested positive. All 10 Formula 1 teams arrived in Melbourne this week, ready to take part in the season opener at Albert Park. But on Thursday, McLaren released a statement announcing Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris will not take part in the Australian Grand Prix. This is probably the biggest news in Formula 1 that I can remember. This is huge. Absolutely huge. The statement reads, McLaren Racing has confirmed this evening that it has withdrawn from the Grand Prix. I'm actually... If they're pulling out of this race, then surely they won't be racing in Bahrain as well. Even though that's behind closed doors, but have we got any more breaking news? I wouldn't be surprised if we were doing another video that Haas have pulled out, because one of their team members has it. But it's not just about pulling out of the race. You've got to think, I mean, I know health comes first, but you got to think constructors' points. If you pull out of a race, you are losing points to your rivals. It's absolutely insane. I mean, it's causing absolute havoc. I've been honest. Like, I'm sick to death of hearing about it now. I just want to go back to normality and real life. 76,000 in Old Trafford, 53,000 in Anfield last night. Are people... I mean, it's serious, but I think people are taking it too seriously. If that is... I mean, it's worse. Italy... I mean, I'm not... what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not an expert on this virus, but for me, they are taking it a bit too seriously. But it's going to cause havoc. You're going to have cancellations. It's looking like... I mean, I just want to go racing. That's all I want. I just want normality. We go racing in Australia. Fans, enjoy the race. Because we all love Formula 1. We want to go racing. This is the bottom line. We want to go racing. I cannot see this Grand Prix being cancelled. Like I said, the team, fans, mechanics, media, they're all there. If they postpone it now, they're going to look stupid, because they should. If they're going to cancel the race like in a couple of hours or tomorrow, they're going to look stupid, because they could have done it a week before. They did a week before that Bahrain was going to be behind closed doors. I'm gutted. Deep down, I'm gutted, because McLaren's my favourite team. Yes, I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, but I want to see McLaren racing. I'm excited to see what they're going to produce this season. And it's going to be very strange. It's 9 teams that will take the Australian Grand Prix as we speak. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 8 teams. Haas have got a team member that has this, and they could pull out. I wouldn't be surprised, but everyone has the same passion. We all love Formula 1. Obviously, I want everyone to be safe, but if you ask me right now, should we go racing? We should go racing, in my opinion. I'm going to be honest in this video. I'm going to be blunt, because honesty is how I've always been on this channel. Should we go racing? We should. It's too late now, in my opinion, to call the cancellation. If you were going to cancel it, you should have done it before everyone travelled out to Melbourne. For me, it's too late to cancel the race. McLaren have pulled out. This is massive break in Formula 1 news. I'm actually a bit surprised. I mean, obviously I know the virus is around, but I'm actually surprised they've pulled out, because I'm gutted. I'm a McLaren fan. I was excited. Hopefully everyone is healthy. I want everyone to be healthy, but I have the passion for Formula 1, and for me, we go racing. Just see now, bring up the F1 app, see if there's any more breaking news. Might as well have a look while we're recording this. Leave your comments down below, we'll always reply. I mean, maybe I get a bit of hate on this video because I've been very honest, but it's the way it is. Comment down below, we'll always reply. Hamilton said he was very surprised, we've covered that. McLaren withdraw. Wow. F1 Twitter, let's get that up. Where's my good friend Google? Hello Google. F1 Twitter, here we go.
Hi, I've just been reading about trailblazing women in science, arts and politics. I can tell you about...
Shut up! Thank you. What the fuck was she on about? Politics? We're talking about McLaren F1. We're talking about the sport I love. The team I love. And you're on about politics, you silly woman. What you on about? No breaking news. It's just the same. Bottas on about his DAS system. That's going to be interesting. Ricciardo, due a good Australian Grand Prix. Not had his best Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton on about coronavirus. Look, there's it back in the paddock 6 hours ago. Everyone's there. This is huge now. What's going to happen? As we stand recording this video, I'm up at 12:30. I'm not going to bed. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to watch Welcome to the Weekend, and I am going to watch Practice 1. And then I will have a 2-hour sleep. and then I'll be up for practice too. I'm a hardcore F1 fan. Are you going to be up at stupid o'clock? I love this sport. I want to go racing. And that's the bottom line. I want to go racing. I'm absolutely shocked and stunned that McLaren have pulled out. But it's official. They've pulled out. So 9 teams. Is it going to be 8 teams by the time... Are Haas going to pull out? That's 18 cars. I had to check then that I didn't make a mistake. 18 cars going racing. Wow. We used to have like 24, 26 cars on the grid, and now they're getting less, down to 18. Wow. This coronavirus is playing havoc. NBA cancelled. McLaren pulling out of a critical race. An absolute critical race. The first race of the season. This can't have been an easy decision for Zach Brown and Steidl. But, I mean, Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz, I wonder what they make of this. Because they're prepared. They are prepared to go racing. They are in Australia. They've been doing interviews today. They are prepared to go racing. So it'd be unbelievable to see what they say about this. Like, they are prepared. They're there. They're ready. But for me, I would love to know your thoughts. Leave it down below. This is absolutely breaking news. This is not clickbait. Anyone can check McLaren's Twitter, Formula One's Twitter. This is huge. I can't express how big news this is. Like, McLaren F1 have pulled out the race. Absolutely astonishing. But I can see I can see Haas pulling out. I can see that happening. So that would be 8 teams taking on the Australian Grand Prix. But I do not see this race being cancelled. I do not. It's going to make a mockery of the sport if you cancel the race now. Because if you were going to cancel the Australian Grand Prix, you should have done it a week ago. Like you did with Bahrain, saying behind closed doors, no fans. It would make a mockery of the sport. And plus it would cost them in the pocket. Because hotels, travel, tickets. I mean, think about how much an F1 ticket is for all days. It's like, when I went to Silverstone it was expensive, so imagine that for each person. And I'm sure there's like 300,000 that go to Melbourne. So wow, this is humongous news. Wow, Jesus Christ. This is probably the biggest breaking news I've ever done. And I will put breaking news because this is not clickbait. Leave your comments down below. McLaren will not race in Australia. Wow.